binigay sa amin ng NBC, NBC is
Kilala ko tatay nun.
ang recommendation nila kasi maaga kasi napakainit daw pagka
Tama naman. It should be at least 7 is a good July.
July 6:30.
Kasagsagan ng summer.
Pero yung schedule namin, ginawa namin.
Pero ceremonial to taking na naman.
Yes.
So it's a quick...
It's a quick one. Pero, reclaim. So, reclaim na mauuna, and then the outing.
That's gonna be 6:30. 6:37. Lalo na, iba rito medyo konti na lang ang birthday. Senior citizen, ha? Bawal sa gitna lang. Medyo ano yun, ha? Kasi may mga insidente talaga kapag medyo sa edad, sa gitna ng... Kasi ano yun, wala talaga po. Medyo very challenging physically sa medyo. Kaya talagang maganda yung idea nyo na 7 or 6. Tama si Secretary pag mga ganong panahon, alas 8, medyo mataas na ang araw. Mahirapan din kayo. Yung iba natin kasama. Sige, I'll be there. You just tell me when, anong oras. I'm honored.
No, the honors ours.
Saan maganda ron? Maynila. Very symbolic yung napili. Walang di pa ako nag-uto. Wala pa. First step kong na-experience yan. Ayun gagawin niya.
Ang susunod po namin yung parong. At yung maaaring long sleeves na parong. White parong.
Sige. Try natin. Okay, ganyan idea. Very symbolic. Kunti lang sakripisyo sa akin, pero magandang one for the book.
History.
One for the book.
So, yun lang po. Papasalamat ko sa inyong kung may time mo kayo sa gabi. Sa Manila Hotel naman yan.
Pero yun lang, nag-relax station. I prioritize the morning.
So,
Libre pa ako sa gabi.
basta ang mahalaga, kayo ang aming dating officer. Wala na kami nilipit ang iba. Kayo na. So, hindi matos mo kayo pag-appreciate. Yun naman tayo. May wati kami yun. Congratulations again.
Very challenging, ano namin, but awa naman ng Diyos. With all the new fiscal policy for the past 6 months brought us a very comfortable growth. But we're still in the brink of resuscitating the fiscal situation of the city, but numbers don't lie. I appreciate it. Our mortality rate is at 2.4% in business registration in the last 6 months last year. But we grew at 12.92%. So we are positive double digit in terms of new businesses. And our efficiency rate rose to 9%. Sa operasyon. Wala na, unti-unti nang nabebedal kami yung mga butas sa drum. Wala sa butas, binibedal lang kasi naman ng tulo eh. Hindi mo po yung drum. Okay naman. So, we survived. I don't want to exaggerate things, but last year we are in the brink of bankruptcy of what I have inherited. But nothing under the bridge. I always look forward that tomorrow will bring us a better days. It's the only thing that we should continue to have as Filipinos and as citizens. So better days from tomorrow. fiscal policy in the last 6 months of the year 2024 to be applied again this year, tapos medyo magandang pa. At the end of the day, sabi nga natin, pag ang gobyerno wala ng pera, masusunod yung chaos. Is there will be no services? Ang sukli ko na lang sa taxpayer is really to be efficient. Walang pawardi-wardi gastos, walang mga unnecessary gastos. Priority services and stimulant. Local stimulant. So that the velocity of money go around. So hopefully, maka-recover tayo. Kasi from dati 10.2, became 11.9 yung PYO. We've addressed it at 48%.
Prior years.
In 6 months. Plus yung obligation namin sa government field, na-address na. So really, it's all about fiscal management. Tapos efficiency in collection. Then, frugal in expenditures. Not frugal as in like saving. Prudent lang. Dapat gasusan. Yung hindi muna, kaya mo natin tiisin. Next time. Kaya kasi nyo, wala kami parol, wala kami mga so, kung mapapasi, isang Christmas tree lang. Ayos niya. Tapos, nakaraos, may pagkain bawat bahay, bawat pamilya, mga minamahal ng senior citizen. Today, we launched a 90-day program of fresh milk for 21,000 daycare students.
Wow.
3 times a week to address a particular problem done by social scientists and health and nutritionists of the stunting of our children. To confront that, we introduce something that is fresh and science will agree. Milk introduction sa mga bata.
Yeah.
But not for this, for today, but for the next 90 days. 3 times a week. Fresh milk. Same manner, it helps the farmer because what we bought
Local.
is from the farm.
Local meat.
Local. Binati ko yung NDA, National Dairy, silang partner namin. Tapos oo, city government ang bibili. Natulungan mo yung farmer na 45 pa yung nutrition. Tapos, pag naging successful, nakatabi na yung pera. As we speak, tinabi ko na for another quarter. Para talagang formation, nutrition, nourishment.
Mga babies yun yun eh? Mga babies ba yun o?
3 to 4 years old. Yung mga daycare. Kasi talaga formation yun.
Formative stage o
Formative stage yun.
Carabao yung
Mayor.
Mayor.
Carabao. Fresh. Daily, dadalhin nila rito from Batangas. 21,000 all over the city. Nilaunch namin a few hours.
First name, pinag-importante daw na isang bata is yung first 1,000 days.
3 years of
Tama.
Ayan na ngayon.
Yun yun.
Usually first 1,000 days from conception.
No,
Three.
from birth.
Tama, 3 years old.
Mga 3 years old.
Tama na. Yan yung sinasabi ng nutritionist namin. Tama po.
First 1,000 days.
Kaya, hopefully, it will create traction to the nourishment of our kids. I don't mind spending a few millions for that. At least, the taxpayer receive pa. Araw-araw nadadali ng bata. Siya namang lugod ng magulang. Kasi, alam mo, hindi naman sa ayaw ng magulang ibili ng gatas yung anak. Kaya lang, ang importante, yung stomach filler kung tawagin natin. Unahin yung noodles. Kasi ganun,
Naman.
may laman. Yung nutrition is bigla naging issue. Necessity siya, it became luxury to, syempre, sa hirap ng buhay ng tao. But this time around, panatag ang kalooban ng mga nanay at tatay, ng mga lolo at lola, na yung apo nila are now being raised. The nutrition is being fortified by the city government. Kaya rin niya may timbang ulit. Tapos lira ulit.
May measurability.
Oh, may naka-measure na yun. Hopefully, those are the things. And we're gonna build the Pamantasan Luzon ng Manila College of Medicine.
Okay.
Tatagdagan natin kasi they're producing top-notch.
Yes.
Ito nga, yung sa law school, di ba? Magaling talaga pero ano pa yan, napagkakaitan pa yan ng syudad ng pamahalaan ng syudad sa mga resources. Pero base tayo. Kaya hopefully, maraming mga, yung focus naman ng MBN lang, doon lang muna tayo, doon lang ako lagi kasi. Doon lang tayo mamumuno. MBN, minimum basic needs. Housing, education, healthcare, and jobs. Doon tayo namumuno.
Saan po papasok ang Rotary Club dito?
Anytime.
Pwedeng makatulong sa inyong mga
Anytime.
programa.
Any help will do. Any help. Any form. It's a good, malaking bagay sa amin.
Pati nga meron yung mga aso sa na pinapagin sa street namin. Ilang beses na tayo ngayon, dalawa na.
Military.
Any help will do. Huwag na kayo mag-isip. Mag-isip tumulong, ang tatanggap-tanggap. Ganon ka kasi. Malaking bagay kasi sa amin. A few 100,000 of savings, a few millions of savings is a big help for our fiscal situation.
We also noticed Mayor cleanliness in the city.
And it's a very expensive thing nowadays. Pero, kasi, sabi ko nga, alam mo, mahal ang basura, pero mas mahal ang ospital. Kapag ang sanidad ay nabaliwala, wasak lahat. Kasi ang sanidad, walang di mailiing katayuan. Ang hirap, pinilpas na yan. Pag masama ang sanidad, dali lahat. Kaya importante talaga yung sanidad. Sabi ko pag yung isa nag-speech ako sa mga guest speaker ko na sa, you know, Manila is old. But we are proud because we have a lot of story to tell. If you want good buildings, brand new, modern, you go to PGC and Makati, Pasig and Quezon City. They have good buildings there, brand new. But it's just a building. There is no soul. In Manila, we're old. We have a lot of story to tell here. We have a lot of history. That's why the least thing that we can do as a city government, while we're old, city, make it maaliwalas at panatag. Yung maaliwalas lang siya. Malinis. Maling luma. It's panatag. You're not afraid to do business, you're not afraid to go around. You were saying,
Of course, we wanted to attract businesses near sa city, di ba? And perception is very important. Yung Osmeña Quirino is the gateway to Metro Manila from Makati. Kumusta yung mga hamog boys doon?
we are the only under our watch with 4.6 total kilometers at 1,300 illumination done in 30 days. The only skyway in Metro Manila na may ilaw.
Maliwanag. Sa gabi.
Kasi mo.
Yung persahan na wiper,
Kasi
wala.
pag dadaan kayo sa gabi, malalaman nyo nasa Maynila na kayo. Because it is very costly for the city of Manila to address a victim. Accident. Mas mahal ang gamot. Dahil gumulong yung motor. Nadaus-lus, aksidente, and so on. So that's why really I asked Ramon Am, that's about 20 million pesos. Hiningi kong donation. Nilawan natin lahat ng sky. Lahat ng nasa Maynila. 1,400 pieces.
Yeah.
Okay naman.
Iwanag.
Alam mong Manila.
Alam mo, nasa Manila ka na. Ayan.
For
Yan
your
ang ilalim,
safety,
ilalim.
not only because you're driving two-wheel, even you're driving four-wheel. Because also pag madilim, isa na lang ang challenge yan. Lubak.
Paglampas mo ng Manila,
Lubak na lang ang kulang yan. Pero kasi, hindi pa ma-resolve yung lubak yan na konti dahil may ginagawa pang skyway. So, it's like wasting money to confront the lubak while they're digging pa rin on other, kasi may mga additional route. Pagkayari nun, napakausapin ko ng DPWH na ayusin nila yung road. For the meantime, I don't disturb them to fix the road. Sabi ko, i-asphalt yun yung muna. Yun yung band-aid. Pero later on, you have to pave the road. Pag natapos, may isa pa kasing lane, additional lane, para mga access sa ramp, ingress-ingress. Other than that, almost finished.
Wala na mayor yung mga lilinis na
Ano pa rin yan na, you know, this is a cat and mouse thing.
Yeah.
But initially, some of them, they have a reason, a good reason to do such thing. But it became irritation because may nangungulit na. Of course. Ano na eh, medyo... Kaya yung iba, nakakalawit naman. But we're gonna continue to, we discourage them.
baka livelihood kailangan mayor for them. O hindi talaga. Easy money.
Ayun. Yung answer yun tuloy. Mas mahirap pumasok sa 8 oras kaysa doon sa kanto ka lang. Every 30 seconds may paparada eh.
If I may add, I'm a voter sa City of Manila. There's a really a big difference from the previous ad to the administration of Yorme. Like for one, first few days, di ba Yorme, the garbage collection.
Yes, 48 hours.
Senior citizens right now are very happy. My father and my mother, I think they got their cakes again during their birthdays.
Everything was brought back.
This was granted during the previous administration. And you can see, kita niyo talaga yung difference eh. Yung dumi, yung ganda ngayon. Diba? I think the city of Manila is very much happy with what is going on. I think the only steppers not happy are those people you defeated during the last election. But generally, I think 90 to 95% are
Really
very
trying
happy
to
with what's happening.
catch up with not this, especially the garbage. Because with MMDA's data or WACS, Waste Analysis Characterization Study, in 2015, WACS is 0.63 or 0.60 something per capita. Today, 10 years after, it's now 0.90 plus per capita. That's a 40% growth. At ang basis per capita, pag-aaral lang MBA. So that's population. If our population is 1.8 to 2 million, let's say 2 million, that is a lifetime population. And Manila is a very unique city because our population grew every single day, or every day, at the very least at 40% to 50%. Why? Where is that 1 million? let's just say, name lang. Ito, education institution pala. UST, FBU, UE, LaSalle, PWU, lahat. Name a university except Ateneo de Manila. They are located in Manila. And the businesses, we don't produce anything, but we distribute everything. We don't produce anything, but we distribute everything. Even your raw material will pass through the ports of Manila. See? And the other one is the offices. We have more offices, government offices, and sub-government offices in the city. At tapos, criss-cross pa kami ng north and east. So just imagine, our population will grow at 3 million people. That's 3,000 metric ton. So from 1 to metric ton 10 years ago, now 2 metric ton per day. Hindi pa na-quantify yung daytime population. Ganun katindi ganun ka-challenging talaga yung but we try to manage and it's very expensive. Very expensive talaga.
I think the city of Manila can see that efforts. So,
Pero gusto ko yung WTE. Sana gawin na talaga yung WTE. Waste to energy. I think that's the permanent.
From resolutions.
Long-term and permanent. Expensive. In capital outlay. Pero that's initial. In the long term, it's better. Better for everyone. Yes.
Mayor,
Sure.
I'd like to personally thank you for the heartfelt message you sent to Tita Asia and the club for the animal welfare program last year.
Oh.
Yeah, so thank you for that. And then secondly, Mayor, our son, the son of the Mayor Alex, our son toured me in Chinatown last week, and like he said, it was very clean. And at the same time, Mayor, I noticed there are bins collecting the plastic bottles. May I know, since you're talking about this, what is being done with the plastic bottles being collected?
It's being resolved for recycling. The barangays are being encouraged to really perform under 9003. The city practice it, but the barangay will be more effective because we have 896 barangay in the city of Manila. I have 10,000 plus more or less barangay officials.
Probably it's a nice use.
9003 talaga. Kaya lang maganda ngayon kasi mukhang nililiberalize na ng national government yung provision to burning of waste. To be converted into energy. If that will be liberalized, unlike kasi before, strict eh. No burning. But the world is burning. Singapore, Japan,
Kasi meron scholar system na
ano na yan, bago na yung teknolohiya. Kaya kailangan bago rin yung batas. Kasi kung hindi, actually we're just polluting our land. If we don't burn it, we throw it in land.
meron
Matter of time.
pupunta sa water.
Exactly, matter of time. Talagang babalik din sa atin yung toxic sewage, seepage, leakage, and seepage, and so on and so on. Matter of time.
Yung mga planta ako, ngayon na triggered even yung mga medical waste.
Kaya ano yan, talagang kaya talagang napapanahon na I think the national government, the national legislature should address 9003 and expound the meaning of what is allowable burning and not allowable burning. Kasi by its place, hindi siya lumabas. Burning is power. But bago na mga teknolohiya
Hindi
ngayon,
mo rin countries natin. For example, Singapore, right in the middle of the city.
they throw the ash. I'm going there to study. The day after tomorrow. I already sa Sarinaya. I'm gonna study this.
Meron yan, Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand.
Lahat.
Nag-present siya, even in Japan.
You know, isang truck ng basura sa Singapore, paglabas sa incinerator. Tapos yung abo, lalagyan nila ng konting agent, chemical,
Concrete pa na.
iuhulog sa dagat, sa bakawan. Magiging fertilizer. Oo, ginagawa nila. Yung likod ng Marina Sands, yun. Walang tapon. Meron silang technology. Abo. Tapos may concoction lang. Hulog na ulit. Tapos sa bakawan may inuhulog. Sa mangrove. Inuhulog. Bubuha ka na. Daming isda. Linis ng dagat. So, are we better than that? That's my question. Because if we continue to adopt landfill and they're burning, my question is landfill a better system for the world? Hindi ko masagot yun. But as far as the other countries concerned, China, Shanghai for that matter, has about 40 WTE. Now they have a problem. Wala nang susunugin. Because they overbuild. Wala nang basura. Yeah. Oh, it was reported to me. They overbuild for the future. Kaya halos parang silang basura.
The data says 1,500 tons. Because 24 megawatts. 6 megawatts is yun yung consumption ng plant. 80 megawatts can be sold to the grid.
Manila lang can produce that. Kasi may 1,800 metric ton na kami. Saka ngayon, ang WTE ngayon, pinasarap lang yung pangalan, waste to energy. Pero yung incinerator pa rin yun. Ang WTE ngayon, ano na, dati, certain garbage lang. Ngayon lahat. Like in the case of City of Manila, it's a wet garbage. City of Manila is a wet garbage. Mix yan.
Lower na ang calorific value.
Pero wala na ngayon, wala nang pili. Diretso ka. Kaya we need to adapt. I hope the national legislature will look into this.
Pag walang pili, there is no need for segregation anymore.
I'm sorry?
There's no need for segregation kung walang pili.
Wala na. Ano ka na? Dulo-dulo na. Ano lang, hindi na double handling. Single handling na lang. Okay. Kuha. Dut sa sunod. Yun eh. Kaya yung methane, yung concept ng may methane yung uso po sa ano na yung mga technology. Oo, yun yung mga dioxin.
The first one is the incineration. And then the second example is the treatment of the dioxins, endurance.
Yun.
You have the technology there.
Meron na talaga. Kasi hindi pa payagan ng ano ng Netherlands, hindi pa payagan ng European countries, hindi pa payagan ng Japan.
Definitely.
So, mas maselan sila mas mahigpit sila sa atin sa compliance. Lalo na Singapore. Napakahigpit sa compliance.
Pero nag-propose po ako yan sa mga ibang province. Ano yung problema? Is natuto yung mga legislators. Kung nakita nila that it's a business position. Kasi dalawa kasi yung revenue streams. Tipping at saka sa
PPP.
at saka sa kuryente. Kung natutuhan ng mga bibenta pa, kailangan pala nila fuel yung yung basura. So ang naging direction ng mga ibang mga LGUs, ibibenta ngayon, imbes na ibibenta nila as fuel, as yung mga. So, na-discourage ako. Ilang probinsya na yung pinag-alaw niya, pinag-proposal.
Dapat ano na lang, Shumer. Sa end game, sa bottom line. Doon na lang. Di ba? Give you the garbage, the bottom line, meron kami share. Ibig sabihin, after mo kumita, saka lang kami kikita. Ito kasi parang nangyayari, hindi ka pa kumikita, may gastos ka na eh. No?
Doon ako na-discourage eh. By the way, meron ba mga lugar dito ngayon sa
Yan ang nasang scarcity ng
Kasi,
Manila.
yan ang lugar dapat eh. Nakalaan.
Pero kaya why Diyos,
Si Leader of tayo na permits processing just sa mga palaka.
wala.
Ano eh, segregation eh. May cycle war,
Tama.
yung compost nila. Ano ba yung mga revenue? Kunti na lang eh. Kunti na lang. Ayaw ka, ayaw ka sa the place eh.
Maganda yung kay Ricky Leon na landfill. Maganda yun. Kaya lang kasi kami, we are under the directive of MLA kung saan kami pinapayagan. In this case, dati kami nabotas 10 kilometers away. Now we were sent to hindi mo talaga San Mateo. 30 kilometers away. Plus yung turnaround pa. Kaya bilib ako, napansin mo kahit paano natutuwa ako dahil na-appreciate nyo na parang hindi nyo nararamdaman yung problema sa basura. Pero sa totoo, internally, dito araw-araw, pinakabalik mo yung mga tao. Kasi ano na, turn around ulit. Kasi may types of community na naglalabas ng basura on a particular hour. Kailangan mabalikan yun. May oras yan hindi ka kukunin. Kasi geographically, hindi ka pa naglalabas. Ito naglalabas na. Tapos pag ikot nun, siya naman. Tapos may panggabi na naman. Tapos may pang alas 4 o alas 5 ng umaga. Tapos meron naman tayo alas 6, alas 7, alas 8. Ano kaya yung importante yung turnaround ng traffic?
Meron akong solusyon na natin dyan. There should be a transfer station within Metro Manila. For example,
We build one.
yes, the transfer station will act as the collecting, kasi ano ito eh, yung maliliit na trucks, malaking trucks,
Meron
ako napunta
Pero ginawa si York. So,
yes.
without
I have that model already.
without the people of Manila knowing about the problem, we try to confront the problem by doing something and creating our own transfer station, which we have. We built it, ano lang, di August nagsara. Tinira ko 2 linggo. Yeah, 2 weeks. Nag-build yung facility. Then I required the hauler to buy more bigger trucks so that the small trucks can continue to go around the city.
Gusto mga maliliit na
Pero, itong magiging problema ron, kahit bigger truck, kapag mabagal ang turnaround sa San Mateo, yung transfer station yung magiging dumping station. Yun ang challenge. So, para hindi ka mag-dump, yung small truck mo na sa city, pipila. Kailangan pipila. Pagdating ng truck na, ng malaki, ayun na, susubo yun. Automated kasi kami sa Manila. Tapos, bako, alis, isa naman, bako, hawak, pabalik. Importante yung turnaround nito, yung malaking truck. Now, if we ask them again to buy additional bigger truck, burden na naman sa taxpayer. Kasi, agree mo, dati 500 million lang tayo, 600 million lang tayo, 1.3 billion na tayo sa cost ng basura. 1.3. A year. Talagang ano na, it can corrupt the entire system. I mean, like affect, like disrupt, or even bankruptcy, or any LGU with high density. Yan ang challenge. But, I think as long as maiayos lang natin, tingin ko naman maunawaan ng mga negosyante. Because at the end of the day, if you're a dormitory, and you have a 200 bed capacity at 1 kilo, almost a kilo per capita, you have 200 kilos of garbage. So you want your dormitory to have 200 kilos of uncollected garbage. You don't like that. Yeah? Now, if you are in Jollibee or McDo or Inasal, you're producing about 10 to 15 black bag of garbage. If I don't collect today, it's going to be dirty tomorrow. And the cost per square meter in a commercial property is very expensive. So you don't build a big facility just to cater for your garbage. Kasi it is impractical. Masyado mahal.
Warehouse na lang.
Warehouse ang halos pinabera mo, tama? So, kaya hindi ko maunawaan din ng mga negosyante.
Yes. Paano nga pala yung mga sistema nyo to yung mga loose oil ng mga restaurant? Meron ba kayo na?
Meron silang trap, tapos ang ginagawa natin, natutuloy yung mga yung mga high consumer may mga na, may merkado na.
Meron po yung
Naging industriya na Industriya na siya ngayon. Meron silang grease trap. Tapos iniipon nila parang may kumukuha yata.
Same with yung mga loose oil ng mga gas. Iba industry na yan.
Very iba industry, that recycling of oil, used oil.
Actually, malaking demand yan.
Kasi mas mura.
Kaya lang, hindi, i-recycle na yan. Pwede nyo ma-convert yan into jet fuel.
Talaga?
Yan ang yung tawag nito na
Gas.
Yes.
Anyway, you don't want to take much of your time.
Siguro sasama namin, hihingi kami ng para sa souvenir program, yung message.
Oh, sige. Paano nyo lang kasi? Pa-picture lang tayo. Picture tayo. Sige. Picture tayo, sir.
lupa yung lupa naman sa inyo ba yan?
Lapit ang konti.
Sarap na ako sa pag-sensible.